What's up, America? Neil here from Geauga Firearms Academy. Thanks for watching. Today we are starting video 1, day 1, lesson 1 in our brand new series of a journey of a new shooter. So let's get started. So we're going to do this documentary style. You're going to see my new student Kim here in just a moment. And we're going to start, again, we have the basics of firearm safety that's been covered. And the basic understanding of firearms in general. And the fundamentals. And that's where we're at. So starting from a clean slate. Alright, so first thing, we're going to work on setting up our proper grip. So two things we want to achieve on the grip. One, we want to get as high up as we possibly can. So I want the webbing of my hand to be right up to the top. So there's absolutely no space whatsoever. And I want the bottom of my hand, the front strap here, the bottom of my fingers to touch the actual trigger guard. So there's no space there. So I've got no space here and no space there. The next thing I want to do is I want to clear this path with my thumb so that I have a nice open area, and I'm going to fill it with the meaty part of my hand. So I'm going to get a nice two-handed grip, and so that I can have full control of the pistol, just like this. And this way, I can manage the recoil, and I can keep my target and my sights right on target. Okay, so up high as possible, and cover as much surface area as possible. You good with that?
Okay.
What you're going to do, Kim, is you're going to go ahead and grab this with your firing hand. Once again, just like I showed you, the webbing of your hand as high up on the pistol as you possibly can. And you're going to have your fingers that are on the front strap all the way up as well with no gap. Okay? Excellent. So one thing important to show the camera here is that the trigger finger is out of the trigger guard, super important for safety, but also it's a natural point so that when you come out, whether it's from a holster or just the fundamentals of shooting coming out, you have your natural point. Now the thumb here, we're going to go ahead and move the thumb up out of the way to create this space here. So now what Kim is going to do is take her left hand, the meaty part of her hand, and fill in that gap there. Very good, excellent. And there's no space there, no space here, nice tight grip. If you take your left hand away for a second, you'll feel my grip here. That's how hard I hold the gun. Okay, very firm. That would crush a pop can, would you say?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and put your left hand back on there. Excellent. Nice grip there. The grip is 100 and 100. Not worried about any funky ratios here. Nice and tight. And this way she's going to be able to manage that recoil really well when that gun moves. Okay. What we're going to do here is we're going to get a nice stance. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get square with the target. Now I'm going to have my weight forward on the balls of my feet, and I'm going to have my knees bent. So I'm in a more athletic stance. What we want to do is have a nice solid base for the fundamentals of shooting, but we also want to transition naturally into defensive shooting. In defensive shooting, we're going to be moving. So having this ability to move around and be mobile is very, very important, along with having stability. So what we're going to do is have our weight forward again. We're going to extend out forward. One thing that's important here is I don't want my elbows bent where I'm using muscles to try to control the gun. I want to use structural alignment, so my arms are out straight. Now, one thing I tell everyone is to take their thumb on their reactive hand and point it towards the target. That torquing the wrist forward allows you to automatically align your bones exactly the way you got it. So now we have a nice, stable platform that I can still move. Make sense?
Got it.
All right, so coming over here. So assume your good grip there. Okay, excellent. So we're going to bend your knees a little bit with your weight forward a little bit. Okay? You're going to move forward a little bit. I use with all my students. All right, excellent. A little bit of weight forward there, nice grip. We're extended here. Let's take our finger here and put it under the trigger guard. Excellent, good grip there. And that's an excellent stance. So now we're going to talk about trigger control. The most important thing here is that we want to take the slack out of the trigger. So we're going to take the slack out of the trigger, and now we're going to slowly add pressure. So 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds, 5. Okay, the gun went off. Great. So again, 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds, 5, and the gun goes off. So all I'm trying to accomplish here is to take the slack out and slowly add more pressure until the gun goes off. You got it? Okay. All right, give that a shot. So go ahead and put 2 hands. Well, we'll hold it right here so it's still in camera view. So back up a little bit. Extend yourself like you normally would. Back up, back up, back up. Perfect. There you go. Good. So take the slack out of the trigger, and then slowly add pressure. Pulling straight back. Excellent. Stay right there. Do it again. Slowly take it out. Excellent. One more time. Slack out, and then slowly add pressure. Excellent job. Good job. Alright, Kim, so we're going to get our grip. We're going to build a proper grip. We're going to get in our stance. We're going to now work our sights. So what we're going to look for is we're going to align our rear sight with our front sight, which means in this particular setup, we've got a fiber optic green front sight and 2 white dots for the rear sight. So what we're trying to do is get a white dot, white dot, and we're going to put all our focus on the green dot, okay? Not the target, not the rear sight, just that green dot. Once we have that right on the bullseye, we're going to do the trigger that we just worked, taking the slack out, make sure that we're aligned, and then slowly add pressure until the gun goes off. You got it?
Got it.
All right, give it a shot there. So nice grip there under the firearm. Excellent. Good. Forward. There you go. Good job. Make sure you're all adjusted here. Excellent. Nice. So line up your sights. Focus on your front sight. Take the slack out. Once you're focused, break your shot. Excellent. Stay right there. Try that again. Focus intently on that front sight. Excellent. One more time. Focus. Excellent. Good job. All right, Kim. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to load 2 rounds. So we're going to go ahead and insert these 2. If you guys at home have questions on how to do this properly, there's a video on there on actually loading a magazine. Okay. So we're going to load this gun the same way we would do it every single time. So we're not going to look down and mess around with it. We're going to load this the proper way. So we're going to bring this up into our field of view. We're going to go ahead and insert this. We're going to watch this magazine while I look in the inside the mag well here. Insert firmly. Then I'm going to go ahead and run the slide. And I'm going to get my good purchase on the gun and then extend out to the target. Any questions?
Nope. I'm ready.
All right. Go ahead and load 2 in the magazine. Okay.
Right.
Go ahead and take your firearm out. Excellent. So you're going to bring it up into your field of view. But we're going to keep our hand. Well, you got a hell of a grip there. All right. Keep our hand here. Look inside the mag well as you insert your magazine. Okay, run your slide. Excellent. And build your grip. Minor adjustment there. The one thing I always point out is I don't like new students to put their fingers up here because it's very easy to accidentally put your finger inside here thinking it's on the trigger guard and we have a gun go off, we don't want it. So that's why I keep making an adjustment for you. You good with that?
Yep.
Okay. Range is going hot. Go ahead and take your firearm out. So put it up so you can see. Excellent. In your field of view, go ahead and insert firmly. Excellent. Build your grip. Good. Lean a little forward here. Excellent job. So focus on that front sight. Take the slack out of the trigger. There you go. One more. That was excellent. Those, as expected, was a little lower to the left. Probably a little bit of a flinch there, a little of anticipation. Totally normal for a new shooter. So we got 5 more rounds and we're going to do this again. So go ahead and load up your weapon whenever you're ready. Range is hot. Okay, nice and slow. Focus on that front sight only now. Slowly take the slack out. Press that trigger straight on back. Slow pressure. Excellent. Very good. Focus on that front sight. Excellent. There you go. Same thing. Good, good, good. Excellent, keep going. Nice. I'm not as good at this as Kim is. This is her normal job, but you can see here we got a group, which is what I'm most concerned with. We got a little bit of a group going here. And we're at 21 feet, 7 yards, so that's pretty decent for a beginner shooter. We're just got to get a baseline, so that's where we're starting. This time what you're going to do is go ahead and take your pistol out. And pull the slide back, show it's clear. Excellent. So go ahead now and take some dry fire shots. So build your grip. Extend, weight forward, excellent. Focus on the front sight, take the slack out of the trigger. Okay, a little bit of a jump there, not a big deal. Let's do it again. Okay, so you feel how you jerked that at the very end? Totally normal. That's all new shooters go through this. This is a total normal thing. So go ahead and do that again. What we're trying to do is make that gun, there, much better. Keep working that. There it is. You see the difference between that one and the one we did 3 shots ago? That's what I'm looking for. If you do that live fire, we're going to be right on the money. One more time for me. All right. So let's go ahead and load her up. Excellent. Insert. Nice and slow, just like you just did. There you go. Focus on that front sight. firm grip. Hold on to that gun good. Okay. Bend for a little bit, a little weight for. There you go. There, that was it. Good. Nice, much better. Keep going. Good. Good. Excellent. Don't worry about when the gun goes off. Just slowly keep pulling that trigger back until it happens. There you go. Excellent. Kim, so there you go. We started out. We got a solid base on the fundamentals for day one, lesson one. How'd that feel?
Good.
Kim's a big talker, as you can see. She really likes to soak up the limelight. But we started there a little bit low to the left, which is pretty common. A little bit of anticipation. That's going to go away as we continue to practice. If this were an actual training session that you went to, what you would want to do right now, after you've got some actual training and instruction, is go home and do what?
Practice.
Practice. Dry fire practice. Over and over, getting that nice, perfect shot. I don't know why in shooting, it would be like reading a book on swimming and then jumping you off in the ocean. We just get the fundamentals and just start shooting. You wouldn't do that in any other recreational sport or activity. So it's important here that we're able to do things without the induction of stress. So making that trigger nice and smooth and that nice horizontal shots and no recoil. Then we can do it live. But we got a good solid state today in the fundamentals, yeah?
Yep.
Any questions? How'd that feel?
I'm not as good as I thought.
Which is a common thing for new shooters. But your confidence will gain as we do this into the next series. So what I'm going to do here just real quick is I'm going to take a few shots just to kind of give you a compare and contrast and some things that I'm looking for. As an instructor, there's a million things that we can do to make an adjustment, but that's not what our job is. I just want to at first get the shots down range, get the person comfortable before we start jumping and making every single little switch and blow someone's mind. So hope you guys are learning something from this. I'm just going to take some shots here. I'm going to walk you through it one more time just so you can kind of see it from start to finish as perfectly as possible. Alright, so we're loaded up here, build my nice kite grip, come out straight out to the target, focused on my front sight, take the slack out of the trigger. I'm slowly going to have to the gun brakes. Keep still staying on my sight. Every time I pull the trigger, I'm coming right back on. My job as a shooter is to manage recoil. The second this gun goes off, I am coming right back on target. Okay? And that's all 10. Alrighty guys, that wraps up lesson one, day one of the fundamentals in this journey that's going to go over the course of 6 months or more. It's going to be very exciting. You're going to learn more and more each time. I hope you learned something from this one. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. And now so does Kim, of course. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and you'll get notified every time I put out new videos. If you want to comment, make good ones, or I'm going to get rid of them. And that's it, guys. Remember, it's always better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.